it. Disruptive businesses are not built by mediocres. I'm sure if you go to the chair center, the excellence with which Mrs. Awoshika looks at one chair and the finishing, who is doubting that? You are not in doubt that she's excellent at furniture making. You're not in doubt. I am an accountant. I am excellent at what I do. That's the only way I could build a disruptive business. The beautiful part about it is, if you are not good, you know yourself. You even know the ones who are better than you. Do you know? Yes. That's the part I like about it. When you are mediocre, you know. When you saw it just anyhow, when you are full of anyhowness, you know. Yes, we know. But guess the flip side of it. That is only 15% of what you need to know to build a disruptive business. The core skill is only 15% or even less. I built Accounting Hub, an accounting firm. My accounting skill, all the accounting when I know, is only 15% of what I needed to build a disruptive business. There's another 85% that I've not even touched, and I'm going to teach you what that is. So it will be good if we are at least excellent at our core skill. So we even keep that 15 marks and start trying to get the remaining 85 marks, right? Right. Number 2, engage critical thinking. So there are 2 kinds of thinking. 1, thinking that solves problems. 2, thinking for thinking's sake. Oh, my children have not eaten. Oh, this stupid husband of mine, he's not contributing anything. Oh, this my life. Oh, Buhari. Oh, Nigeria. Isn't that thinking? In fact, we have been conditioned to think that to think is a bad thing. If you go to the hospital and your BP is up, what does the doctor say? What are you thinking? So, but what are you thinking? I'm not thinking anything, no. Can you imagine that? And you want to build a disruptive business. I am not thinking anything. What are you thinking? My business. Yes. So thinking is not a bad thing. The problem is that thinking that does not solve problems is the bad one. So here's the flip side of thinking about your children not having food to eat. So we've talked about the thinking that doesn't solve anything. Oh, my children have no food. This is my stupid husband. He won't even do anything. Is Dangote not his mate? That thinking doesn't solve any problem. So let's think about the other side, the critical thinking I want you to engage that solves problems. Oh, my children haven't eaten. If only I can make 4,000 naira a day, my children will eat. Let me list all the types of businesses and activities I can do to make 4,000. I can go to that car wash and help them wash 3 cars a day. I can go to that woman and help her cook every day. I can write and publish articles. I write very well. I can go to her. She's very knowledgeable and help her make an online course. I start listing out all the things that can help me make 4,000 naira a day so that my children would eat. That's critical thinking. Thinking that solves problems, not thinking. That's what I want you to engage. I want you to engage critical thinking. To build a disruptive business, you need to deploy the thinking style that produces results. It allows you to use your brain and the brain of others. Please don't think that everything I know today is only my brain. I've taken Mrs. Awoshika's own and added first of all today. Do you know? We've all added her own. Yes. Every time you read something that someone else wrote or researched on, you're learning from other people. That's critical thinking. The moment I started thinking about how can I feed my children, I need to make 4,000 a day. Can I learn how to make online courses? I go online, YouTube, show me how to make online courses. I'm using somebody else's brain. That's critical thinking. Use your own brain. Use another person's own. The thinking that solves no problem is only using your brain. It doesn't solve anything. Number 3, make a list of the various expressions of your core skill. So you know what your core skill is, the skill that you are trying to turn into a business. I am an accountant. My core skill is that I know accounting. You learned how to repair ACs. Your core skill is repair of air conditioner, right? Somebody else knows a lot about cars. Somebody else knows different things. We all have this skill inside of us that we're struggling to monetize. We are going to call that the core skill. I want you to make a list of the various ways that that skill can be expressed. Look at this. This person knows a lot about cars. I made a list of 10 or more different ways that your knowledge about cars can be expressed. He can start a car wash. He can repair cars in an auto workshop. He can have an online school where all of us go and check, how do I fix my gear? Anything we want to know about cars, we check what he's teaching online. He can run advisory services for fleet management companies. He can train mechanics, all sorts of things. Look, I made 11. I just decided to stop there. Just from one core skill, I know a lot about cars. Make a list of the different expressions of your core skill. My skill is accounting. I can offer accounting services. I can train other accountants. I can do online accounting courses. I can go to the university and be an accounting lecturer. Make a list, all the different ways that your skill can be expressed. Make a list of it. Number 4, make another list of your personal skills, your opportunities. Are we there? Make a list of your personal skills and your opportunities, no matter how simple you think it is. I speak well. I write well. People come to me for advice. I'm a problem solver. When we are gathered and people are thinking what to do, I just say one thing and that thing solves all the problems. That's a skill, a personal skill you didn't know. Make a list of it. Number 3, what list did we make, please? A list of your expressions of your core skill. Number 4 now is a list of your other personal skills that you even do not wake up and thank God for. You don't even think there's anything about that skill. Make a list of it. Number 5, match your personal skill and opportunities with the expressions. Match your personal skills. I am a problem solver. I speak well. I write well. Match it with all those expressions you listed out. Let's say I have an accounting skill, but I don't speak well. I will not opt to do an online course. Do you know? Yes. So I have an accounting skill, but I cannot express it in all possible ways because there is another personal skill I don't have. So that's why you need to list out the expressions of the core skill, then list out your personal skills and opportunities. It's not only skills. Some people, their fathers are angel investors. Their fathers know a lot about investing, fundraising. Some people are from rich homes. Funding is not a problem. That's an opportunity. Do you know? Yeah, so it changes the way they think about business. From you that is thinking about business and you have no access to funding. So that's why I said make a list of your personal skills and opportunities. Then match that list with the list of the business expressions. Please, is anybody lost at what I'm saying or we're following? Oh, great. Great. So I know that some people are held down at this stage for so long. Some people are here because there's a mismatch happening at this stage. You have no penny, but you want to start a business of 20 million. There's a mismatch. You are matching the business expressions with the unavailable personal skills and opportunities. So you meet someone and say, it's cleaning. I want to start a cleaning company, but the kind of company I want to start, no funding. There's a mismatch. They are not matching the business expression with the, with the right opportunity. So they have not made the list which I'm asking you to go and make. Because if you make the list, you will match well. You know what you have and what you don't have. You will not be dreaming to start a cleaning company that you need 50 million when you only have 100K. You will match properly your opportunities with the business expressions. Listen, there is no limit to the number of disruptive businesses you can establish. Your core skill, its expressions, your opportunities will continue to change. So you can continue to build this list I am talking about several times in your life. So because today I don't have the opportunity to funding, is she saying I shouldn't start that 50 million naira company? No, that's not what I'm saying. You may have that opportunity down the lane some years later. You can build that list, and when you match your opportunities against your business expressions, you will be able to start that business. So remember, because I started Accounting Hub today, I've worked for over 500 small businesses doing their accounting. There is nothing you tell me about business I haven't heard of. One day somebody called me up and he says, Madam, my accountant is resigning. I want an accountant to explain. What do you do? He said, I do shisha. I don't know. I had never heard of shisha. I'm sure I sound stupid, right? I had never heard of what shisha is. I said, sir, what's that, please? That thing that they smoke in a club. Okay. Then I went online, shisha. I called my husband. Do you know what shisha is? He said, hey, now you don't know what it is. I said, sorry, don't be angry. Because he sounded like, are you saying you don't know what shisha? I said, don't worry. I'll know it now. Then thank God for Google. I even told Google, show me images of what shisha is. Then I saw it. I've heard of all sorts of businesses. Also, in fact, yesterday a woman called me. Her business only runs in 2 months in the whole year. She only does Christmas trees, lightnings, and decorations. I've worked for also. So I said, Madam, for 10 months in the year, you're rest? She said, yes. I work only 2 months in the year. I said, okay. I've had all sorts of businesses. So I keep telling myself that one day, maybe I can start a business that writes business plans. So one day, I can list out my opportunities and match it against my personal skill. And I'll be able to start another business. So remember, you can launch as many businesses as possible because your opportunities, your personal skills will continue to change. Number 6, it's time to pick your business. This is the decision stage where you choose what business you want to do. Please stop coming on social media and asking us, what business can I do with 50K? Right? Yes, we don't know your core skill. We don't know your opportunities. We don't know your personal skills. Write the list and match it yourself and find what you can do. The people you're asking will just be, in fact, they'll be telling you, go and do long reach, go and do Swiss Golding. They'll be suggesting all sorts of things. Mini importation. They are suggesting what they feel like. I only respond to those kind of questions when I find them on social media because I know that these people lack knowledge about how to find what you should do. So I'll just respond to the person. But I know that these people you're asking don't know these things about you. How can they tell you what to do? This is the decision stage. A lot of us are at this stage. Several of us have chosen a business already. Who has a business here? Yes, a lot of us run businesses here. So we've gone through what's my personal skill, what are my opportunities, match them, what's business. We already have a business. So a lot of us are at this stage. And then there are other people who are not at this stage. They are asking, what business can I do? So we walked them from stage 1 to this stage to meet us here. Right? So a lot of us are on this stage. Why do my slides keep going off, please? Oh, it's back. Thank you. So at this stage, please notice it says, take your pick by more work. You don't just choose the business you want to do. There's a lot of work involved. You consider the problem you're about to solve. What are others doing in the industry? What are you going to do? Remember you said you wanted to disrupt. And disruption, we had said, was either making something easier, more accessible, more efficient, more effective, reachable, whatever. So you have to look at what others are doing. You can even just be correcting the mistake of others to build a business. Do we know? Yes. So that's what we said when we said we wanted to build a disruptive business. So you don't just pick, oh, my time is up. Great. 2 minutes. Oh, my God. I'll run through this very quickly. All right. Niche. Please be triple sure what you want to do in business. Choose your exact offering and market. You must be able to answer who you are in one line. I ask a lot of people, what are you doing? It's like. They need 3 paragraphs to explain themselves. It's like, in fact, it's consulting. Please, are you crystal clear on what you want to do? This is the business I chose for this event. After I had listed out, so we started from a skill of, I love cars. So by the time I matched my personal abilities and my opportunities, I chose an auto rescue business. My niche is to serve people who live in Lagos, and this is my pitch. When you ask me, what do you do? I offer emergency car rescue services in Lagos. 1 sentence. That's what I do. Yes, some people can't say what they do in 1 sentence. It's 3 paragraphs. Very important, build an entry product for an entry market. Find your lowest hanging fruits and sell it. When I wanted to start Accounting Hub, an accounting business, I had a friend who also wanted to start an accounting business. He wrote a proposal to Fidelity Bank, or one, I can't remember what bank, and said they should give him access to their SMEs to do accounting. And he would go to the bank, wear suit, be explaining to me what they said, how things are working out. Meanwhile, I'm doing accounting for plenty people. Every day he's at different meetings. He wasn't plucking his lowest hanging fruits. His children's school have no accounting. In the church, lots of people have businesses with poor accounting. He wasn't talking to them. He was wearing suit and going to Fidelity Bank every day making proposals. Are you plucking the one in front of you? Are you jumping it and trying to go and pluck the one that is very hard? You want to start a business, you go and sit in one office every day writing proposals. The people in front of you, have you finished serving those ones? Yes. So this is my entry product. I will offer the rescue service for vehicles on 3rd Mainland Bridge. This is my price. Because when a man is stuck on 3rd Mainland Bridge, he's a low-hanging fruit. I don't need to be talking too much. The man needs help. Just tow this car for me. Anything I will pay. I don't need to be pitching. But if I come to your company, I offer car rescue services. I see you have 20 cars. Register. You say, come back next week. Yes. But I want to start with the low-hanging fruit. The business I can close now. When the man is stuck on 3rd Mainland and he sees those boys coming, hey, madam, tow this car. Yes. Commit to learning business. I teach business every day. Commit to learning. There's so much to learn about business. This is where the 85% that I talked about is. Learn critical thinking, learn strategy, learn customer retention, customer acquisition, social media, digital technology. There's so much to learn. Your core skill is only 15% of what you need to run business. I run an accounting business. People be writing to me every day, Madam, teach me account. I say it's only 15%. If you know what I know, for me to run this business and do 500 SMEs in 3 years, my business is only 3 years. I've done 500 clients. When next you meet an accountant who runs an accounting firm, ask him how many clients you have. He'll tell you 10. Yes, I had to be disruptive about it. There was something else I had to learn to grow at the speed at which I grew. Number 9, please put your mind to work. Believe in your mind. Some people's mind are even blocked. Things can't pass it. Do you know that things are settled in your mind before they manifest? Why do you think that investors take money and give a young man when the investor can do that business? Cars 45 raised $5 million. Go-Kada last week raised $5 million. Max.ng raised $7 million last week. Why are investors throwing out millions of dollars? I'm an investor. Somebody wants to do a bike business. Is that hard? Why can't I just do it? Why will I take it and give somebody? Because his mind, his passion, his drive is going to deliver it. So there's something the investor knows that is making him not to execute. So business is more than having the capital. There's something the investor knows, that he would take $5 million and give a 23-year-old young man. There's something he knows. Yes. If not, he would have executed it himself. Yes. Your mind is the game we want here. This is my business in 2 years. My dummy business of car rescue. These are what my numbers will look like in 2 years. If we follow what I have taught today to build a disruptive business. Am I able to take questions? I think I've spent my 2 minutes. All right, 2 questions. Any questions for me? Yes? Okay, there's one there. Please. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm very deliberate about business. I resigned from full-time employment 18th December 2015. Accounting Hub registration date is 21st January 2016. Absolutely, I'm very deliberate. To be disruptive, you have to be deliberate. I didn't bump into the business. I celebrate the business anniversary because I launched it with consciously. Some of you, when did you start? I've been doing it. They can't even say, in fact, the way they are batting their eye, you just know that, madam, don't worry. Yes. What other questions for me, please? There was a young man raising his hand. Okay.
Hello, Chioma. Nice one, nice
Thank
one.
you.
Yeah. I think you using the car garage thing. You are just talking to all my girls. And I'm going to take your contact and come back to you.
Oh, great.
To be one of their mentors.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, wonderful.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, please. Please. Are they able to get my...
Okay, one last question.
One last question. No, you can't be everything to all men. You have to be something specific. When people say they have multitude of ideas, it's multitude of confusion. No, I'm serious. That's multitude. You have to start one by one. It's a lot of work to even drive one idea. It's a lot of work. So I can imagine driving 10. There's no how some will not suffer along the line. Please, you have to niche. Even when you choose what you want to do, you have to niche it to something. I always teach people to niche their business. Don't do everything. Even when I meet people say, I'm an accountant, what do you decide? All accounting services. Okay, I only do bookkeeping. Yes, and I've done 500. How many have you done? Say 10. Okay, it's fine. Yes, I only do bookkeeping. Please niche. Be specific about what you're doing. Don't do everything. Very important. It's better, it's easier to, when you niche, you're able to repeat the same thing. Repetition brings scale. Repetition brings scale. If you don't niche, you cannot grow. Thank you very much.
Put your hands together. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping.